Hey guys, welcome back to All of the Above. I'm just about done getting sick, but bear with me. I just got a couple of more things to show you. Like, I have done a couple of TFOs, so let's try and do a patrol. So, patrols are kind of like missions, but they're like really kind of quick, if in my opinion. I don't know exactly what they were made for, other than just stacking up on experience and like gaining a bunch of materials. So I'm gonna do the ninth rule. I got a new ship, well, old ship, but I need the I need to level up the ship to get a certain trait unlocked, which is the withering barrage right here. So the more you use the ship, the more you gain masteries for that ship, and the more survivability or damage it can do. So, for instance, you got precise weapon systems, which give you +5 to accuracy rating. Then you got another one that enhances weapon banks and 15% critical severity, and critical chance here for devastating weaponry, and enhanced weapon systems, which increase energy and kinetic damage by 10%. Um, so let's just jump right into it. I just got the basic materials that I got from my previous ship on there. So let's get to Ninth Rule, and I'll show you what it's like. Did I just oh, okay, there it is. So you instantly warp in. So you don't have to worry about waiting.
Looks like there was a fight here recently. I'm not picking up any House Mokai ships on the sensors, though. If they're here, they're under cloak.
We're getting a hail from the Birmingham.
Good to see you. Admiral Cabret, at your service. As you can see, we're dealing with an unexpected breakout of hostilities here.
What happened here, Admiral?
We came here to determine the status of a rather unusual variety of spore. As we were getting our bearings, a Ferengi marauder dropped out of cloak and unleashed hell.
Did I hear you correctly? A Ferengi ship with cloaking device?
Afraid so. Fortunately, the Carter and Shurgat were able to respond before the Ferengi finished us off. Once they arrived, the Daemon pursued the better part of Valor and went back under cloak. Now that you're here, I believe the Ferengi will cut and run, assuming they're still out there hiding.
The odds aren't in the favor at the moment.
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm reading low-level radiation coming from a nearby asteroid. I think your Ferengi is out there harvesting spores, Admiral.
We need to stop that immediately.
Take the Carter and Shurgat with you. The Ferengi will think twice about attacking a group of ships. And you might be able to put an end to all this without firing a shot.
Agreed. Let's get to it. And
The Carter is ready to assist you.
all right, so yeah, basically they're just trying to stop people from
Lead the way. The Shurgat will follow.
abusing spore
Reading a single Ferengi vessel, Marauder class. They've decloaked.
yeah, spore technology. So I just go over to the location, and enemies will spawn in after a quick chat.
I thought I made myself clear to that woolly-faced Starfleet Admiral. This salvage is mine and mine alone. Now run along before I'm forced to damage that pretty ship and take it as a prize. After all, even a damaged ship of that class will fetch a fine pile of latinum.
I think you're overestimating your chances, Madron.
That's what you get for doing your own thinking, friend. Allow me to show you the error of your ways.
Have it your way. Red alert.
Leave enough of their ships for salvage. I'll get her cloak.
These Gorn must be desperate. They're working for...
Find something better.
Well, there's good news and bad news. Which would you like to hear first?
Let's hear the bad news.
Bad news, the Ferengi managed to harvest a spore colony from the asteroid before we arrived. He's got more than enough to make our lives difficult if he sells to Ja'ula.
And the good news?
The Ferengi ship just dropped out of Cloak, and by the look of things, they're suffering a full propulsion system breakdown. No impulse, no warp, thrusters only. So, how do you feel about taking those spores off their hands?
Sounds like a great idea. Let's make it happen. Alright, so yeah, Ja'ula is a threat in the previous, well, actually, I think it was like 2 expansions ago. But you pretty much have to stop her from utilizing the spore technology. And I don't remember the full extent of the story, but it's there.
Before you start, let me remind you that I have what you want, and it's one button press away from disintegration. My ship might be a mess, but my personal phaser works just fine.
Alright, energize.
You beamed out my spores! Not one, not some, but all my spores! I'm ruined! Oh, I don't suppose you're interested in a very promising business opportunity on Ryza? Beachfront property?
Hard pass. You're under arrest, Mander.
We've got company,
Madrid.
angry company. They're targeting us and the Ferengi.
Red alert, all hands, battle stations.
Unless you want to be our next hunt, you'll beam over the smoke.
Does anyone ever want to be hunted by a Rojan? I'm curious.
The nerve of some people. Do they not know the 16th rule of acquisition? A deal is a deal. Ah, but you're not a barbarian like those... Never mind. You've got class. I can tell.
Thank you, but you're still under arrest.
Now, don't be so hasty, my classy, well-armed friend. Before you haul me off, let me tempt you with a one-of-a-kind offer. That Ryzian timeshare I mentioned earlier, plus a full barrel of Tranya. 2386 vintage. That's easily worth my weight in latinum.
Ops, prepare the tractor beam. Let's get Madron where he belongs. So yeah, you just like drag him over and all hell breaks loose after this. So just be prepared for a swarm.
Kirk, mint condition, no rips.
The Birmingham is ready for action, and not a moment too soon. It looks like my treacherous friends
Excuse me.
are coming back for a rematch.
We're seeing them too, Admiral.
I can honestly say I had nothing to do with these ships coming to kill us. They're doing it all on their own. You aren't going to let them kill me, are you? I'm helpless. You have to protect me.
We'll do what we can. You're still under arrest after all. So if you have any abilities that take advantage of flanking, definitely take advantage of it.
Try to make this interesting. Prove your worth a hunt.
so we got all that done.
Well fought indeed. They'll think twice about coming after us again. I'll let Alliance Command know what happened here today. If Jaula or any of Modron's friends try to harvest the spores in this system, we'll make sure they have a nice welcoming party waiting for them.
Mandarin?
Modron's on his way to a Federation holding facility. We will make sure he faces justice for what he's done here today. Rest assured. Your work is done here. We'll take care of the wrap-up. Cabret, out.
Alright, so you have like a whole bunch of items to stack up on and sell on the... well, you can either sell it on the exchange, sell it to shopkeepers nearby, or save them up and use them for your fleet. But for the most part, there's a couple of shops in, I think it was DS9, that you can take advantage because they give you a little bit more bang for your buck when you're selling them. But yeah, you get a whole bunch of items. Fleet marks, it changes and varies depending on how many times you played the mission prior. But you can choose from all those fleet marks that you can utilize for, let's see here, for, I'm trying to figure out, yeah, reputations or your fleet. Well, so that is the end of that mission. And there you go, you got a whole bunch of experience while you're doing it. So the faster you kill these enemies, the more items you get, so just keep that in mind. It's a good EC grind for the most part. I'm just gonna check to see if I actually had that Withering Barrage unlocked. Yep, there it is. Awesome. So I might actually spend a little bit more time in getting overpowered and overgunned, but I think I'm gonna switch back to my Gagarin. I can utilize a lot more of the isomagnetic plasma distribution manifold, so I don't know. Anyway, that's been it for today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.